And lying down on your back with your block between your feet, knees bent, take your hands and place them on your belly. Place your hands on your belly, close your eyes. Short and sweet workout today. Take a long, deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide and exhale. 2 more times like that, peeling in and inhale. Maybe an intention comes with it. And then exhale with a big sigh out through your mouth. Amazing. One more time. Breathe in. Gather some purpose, some motivation for your practice. And breathe out. Let go of everything else. Awesome. Now, can you start to push your lower back into the floor? So you're imprinting your lower back into the floor. Lift your legs up just to hip height. Lift your legs up just to hip height. Good. If you have a block, smush your block and then take your arms and reach your arms up. Turn your palms to face the ceiling. So it feels like you could put your handprint on the ceiling if your hands were covered in paint. Perfect. Keep your hands here. Take a deep breath in. Now on the exhale, engage your core really strong and just lower your feet with your knees bent the whole time down to the floor. Inhale, lift them back up. We'll try that 2 more times. Push your lower back into the floor. That's super important. Lower your feet down. Squish your block or your make-believe block and lift them back up. 1 more time. Just like that. Nothing fancy here, but still lots of work. Back through center, this time with your arms. Can you reach your arms back until your shoulders tell you not to go any further? Pull your arms back to where you started. Try that 2 more times. So palms are facing up. It's a bit of an awkward hand placement. Reach your arms back and bring them to center. The third time you do it, push your lower back into the floor and don't let it come away from the floor as much as you can. Good. Now with that really strong engaged core, do both at the same time. So arms go back, feet go down. Use your core stability to pull it back up. Try it again. Arms back, feet down, lift everything back up. Now, if you're feeling strain in your neck, keep going. Tuck your chin into your chest and get even stronger through that core. This is really, really tricky. And lots of times I actually teach this with a bolster on the hands. So you have a little more added weight, but also stability. So if you do have a bolster, you could add a bolster on your palms as you floss your body back and forth. Good. The next time you come up, hold up, take a deep breath in, squeeze your block, push your bolster higher if you have one, or just your hands otherwise. And then lift your head, neck, and shoulders up off the floor. Head, neck, and shoulders up off the floor. Now lower your heels down. This is about 10 times harder and lift them back up. As you do this, head, neck, and shoulders are lifted. You're protracting your shoulders, so pushing your bolster to the ceiling. And lowering and lifting your feet while squeezing your block and engaging your core, pushing your lower back into the floor. The next time you come up, pause, keep your head up, take a deep breath in, and then exhale. Move your hands back just a tiny bit as you move your feet back. Now your head, neck, and shoulders are still lifted. So we're only doing 3 of these. Last one. Isn't that hard? That's such hard work. Lower down. Drop your bolster if you have one. Drop your block out beside you and walk your feet mat distance apart. Then just let your knees fall into each other. Hands come onto your belly. Take a big breath in. And exhale out all of your air. You're exhaling completely and wholly here. Cool. Now take the soles of your feet mat distance apart. And this is like the most precise thing I'll ever teach you in Pilates. Hands are alongside your body to start. Your tailbone scooping up, belly button pushing down. So back is in. Can you put all the weight into your left foot? Like pierce your left foot into the floor, like you're trying to penetrate right through the mat. And then, without letting your left foot actually slip, start to draw or pull your left heel towards your bum. And you're going to feel, I hope, a full activation of the back line of your left hamstring. and your calf actually. So keep pushing through your left foot, pulling that heel in. Get really light on your right foot. Stay light on your right foot. All that works in the left foot. Lift your pelvis up for a bridge pose. Keep pushing through the left foot. The heel's hugging in. That's going to change the stretch, the sensation, the muscular work, and then lower your hips down from your bridge. Try that again. Anchor through your left foot. Hug the heel in. It's really, really specific. This time, lift your right knee up to hip height. Right knee comes to hip height. Push through your left foot. Hug the heel in. And with that force through your left hip, left foot, lift your hips away from the floor. Now your right leg can stay bent or maybe extended, lining up with your left leg. Anchor through your left foot. Hug that left heel in without actually moving it. You're sliding and start to pulse up and down. So your right leg can be bent, extended, or even on the floor for these halfway pulses. It's a bit of a choose your own adventure here. Let's go for 5. Don't forget the awareness of that left foot. It will change everything in this shape. Last one, and release. So much harder when we slow it down and make it more precise like that. Let's try it on the right side. You can rock your knees left to right before we go over. Your right foot is now anchored down, glued to the floor, hammered into the floor, and you're pulling your right heel in towards your bum. Good, just be light on that left foot. Right there, you'll feel your lower abdomen start to work, then your back line of your right leg as you pick your pelvis up into your bridge pose. Lower down all the way. Good, so that might be the work, or you can lift your left leg to hip height and do those halfway pulses from that left leg lifted. Or you kick out your left leg into extension and take your pulses, hips rising and falling with the leg in extension. Whatever you decide to do, the most important thing is that your right foot is rooted, your heel's squeezing in towards your bum and your hamstrings are engaged. Good, try one more. Up and down, and then release. Hug your knees in towards your chest and just rock from side to side. Awesome. Now stretch both legs out long. Stretch both legs out long. And just wiggle, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle your legs and your body. Take your right leg, lift your right leg up. This feels so good. If you have a glass of water beside you, move it out to the side. Take a big circle with that right leg, all the way out to the right. And then bring it to the inside. So it's going on the inside of that left leg before you open back out. Try to keep your pelvis steady here. Good. You might even take your left hand onto your pelvis to help stabilize. So your left hand would go on that left frontal hip bone. Awesome. And then turn it around in the other direction. Really big leg circles. This is a movement we don't get in our bodies literally any other time. There's no other time that we would do this movement in our bodies. Maybe if you're a dancer, you might. And then bring that leg back through center. Just hug your knees and your right knee in towards your chest. Take a big breath in. And exhale, stretch that right leg long. And we'll do the same work with your left leg. So you're opening out to the left. The circle comes and cuts across the right side of your body, so you get into your IT band. You'll do 3 in each direction. Anchor your right hip. And just feel the nice ease that can come with these big leg circles. Awesome. Turning to the other direction after those first 3. Perfect. Lower your feet down on the floor. Take your arms, reach your arms up alongside your ears. Stretch your fingers long. Inhale. Roll up. Exhale. Tuck your chin into your chest. Come all the way up. Fold over your leg. You're just taking a nice little rest here. Big breath comes in. And then exhale. Amazing. Lift your head, neck, and chest up. Sit your bum in the middle of your yoga mat and place your feet flat on the floor. Reach your arms out in front. Take a breath in, stretch your arms up and lengthen your spine. And then as you exhale, come down about halfway, arms lower alongside your body. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, rounding and lowering. Try to keep the feet grounded. You can imagine that somebody's come and put super glue on the soles of your feet. So you can't move your feet. They're not lifting up, and they'll dictate actually how far down you'll go. Good. The next time you come down, stay there. Take your arms straight and just start to pulse your palms up. There, you could stay here. You might lift your legs up. Your knees can be bent. You could even extend your legs. And then we start to get out of the flexion in the spine, extending your spine by any amount, pulsing your palms like you're a fluttering hummingbird. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest and roll your head, neck, and shoulders in. Take a big breath into your upper back. There's your exhale. Amazing. Flip your body around and come to sit on, I guess not sit, but come onto all fours. Come onto all fours. You'll take a few really therapeutic cycles of cat-cow here. So this is like a yoga Pilates class today. We're integrating stretch, yoga, Pilates all together. Good. Rounding your spine one more time. Come back through neutral. Make sure you have some padding under your knees if your knees feel sensitive. And take your right leg, lift your right knee up to hip height, prepping for donkey kick. So you'll reach that leg up, drop your right knee down beside your left knee, and then open it out to the side. Pull it back in, reach the leg up, drop it down to your left, and open to the side. That's it. Now, if your wrists are really stopping you from doing this, you could come onto your fists or maybe onto your elbows. If your belly is dumping towards the floor, can you hug your belly in towards your spine and really focus on keeping core stability so your body's not rocking from side to side as you do this movement. These are donkey kicks. We'll do one more, and then after that, when you get up here into your next donkey kick, just hold and kick up a little higher like you're trying to put your footprint on the wall. Taking 10 little pulses, 9, I guess it would be on the ceiling, 8, 7, 6, 5, feel your glute med, 4, 3, 2, 1, perfect. Bend your right knee, take your right foot and just slide it along your left calf. Then extend the right leg all the way back out. Slide your right foot along your left calf. Extend your right leg all the way out. Keep going. You're just sliding forward and kicking back. Now you might start to feel a firing up of the left hip, left glute, left hamstring. Take one more like that. Extend the right leg back behind you. Right leg is in full extension. You're doing tiny pulses here, just like you did in the donkey kick. Up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Breathe out through your mouth. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Take your right foot to the outside of your mat towards the right. Tap your toes onto the floor. Lift your right leg up. Rainbow kick it to the outside of the left side of your mat. You're drawing a half circle, a rainbow shape over to the right, and then peeling it back and over to the left. This is our last piece of work from all fours. You can always come down to your elbows. See if you can make your rainbow a little bigger, a little higher. Fun fact, did you know that the order of the colors in a rainbow are always the exact same? They're always going to be in the exact same order. How cool is that? Do one more. And then drop that right knee down. Take a well-deserved child's pose. Kick your hands forward. Stretch out your hands. Stretch out your wrists. A big breath comes in. And a big breath comes out. We're powering through this Pilates series, so pop up onto the other side right away. Of course, give your wrists a little swirl, a little twirl, whatever feels good. And then bend into your left knee. Donkey kick that left leg. Ooh, I don't know if you heard my hip just crack through the audio here, and open it out to the side. Lift your left leg up. You got it. And open it out to the side. See if you can find a little bit of meditative or organic energy in the muscular work here. Pull your belly button in. Imagine suctioning up through your armpits. So there's like the tiniest flexion or roundedness in your upper back. Good. Keep going. A few more like this. And the next time your leg comes all the way up into your donkey kick, keep it up and start to find those pulses. 10, 9, 8, make them higher. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide your left foot, the top of your left foot over your right shin, and then kick the leg right back out. Slide the left foot over your right shin and kick it back out. Slow and steady, trying not to rock your torso from side to side. Let's go here for 5, 4. You can pick up the pace, see how that feels. 3, 2, 1. Stretch that left leg out, flex your foot, tiny pulses for 10, 9, 8. Pull your belly in. 7. Think that right hip is coming up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last step here. Take your left toes to the outside of your yoga mat, the left outside, and then cut them all the way over. Tap them over onto the right. Side to side rainbow kicks. There's 10 of these in total. See what happens if you make them higher, like you're trying to make a double rainbow. And apparently, on a double rainbow, the order of the colors are different, but that my source for that is Austin, so that might not be true. Keep going. You have 3, 2, and 1. Sink it down. Child's pose. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Amazing. Slip your torso up. So you're just sitting back onto your heels. Take your hands into fists and rock your fists from side to side. We'll do about 10 more minutes of Pilates, and then we'll reside in really nice deep stretches. Take your arms, reach them forward, and grab your left fingers with your right hand. Relax that left shoulder, push your left palm. Take a big breath in. Exhale, other hand. Stretching out the fronts of your wrists. Then just shake your hands, like just shake them, shake, shake, shake. Shake it off, shake, shake, shake. Good, and we'll come forward. You have 2 choices. So we're going to do low plank to start, and you can come into low plank on your knees. So if you need a little added stability, work on your knees, or your legs are lifted. If you're like low plank, schmlow plank, and you want the harder work, you can come up into your high plank. Notice when the bum starts to pike up, and I'll notice too if your camera's on, but we're going to do 1 minute hold here. So work your body down. You're either in low plank or high plank, yogi's choice. Settling in, 1 minute hold, core pulling in, starting in 1, 2, and 3. You've got this. Connect to your breath. Every single one of you pushed a baby out of your body. You can absolutely hold your plank pose. Drop your knees at any time if you need a little relief. That's like the epidural. Breathing, breathing, breathing. You're already halfway there. So just 30 seconds more to hold. Think about puffing between your shoulder blades, squeezing your muscles in towards your bones. Stay with it. Stay with it. You only have 5 more breaths. You can do anything for 5, 4, 3, 2, push into downward facing dog. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide and exhale, exhale, exhale. Good. Bend into your right knee, rooting down through your left heel. Bend into your left knee, rooting down through your right heel. Bend into both knees, push the floor away with your hands, and then inhale, straighten both legs. Cycle your body back, forward into plank pose, and lower all the way down onto your tummy. Lower onto your tummy. I'm just gonna rearrange my camera so you get full view here. Good. When you get down onto your tummy, straight away, you'll send your arms forward and legs back. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Push your pubic bone into the floor as you exhale. That's it. And then inhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Look up. Stay there on the exhale, root through your pubic bone. Inhale, lift your arms up. Let's keep our feet on the floor to start. Exhale, just bend at your elbows, bringing them alongside your body. Inhale, reach your arms forward. Exhale, bend at your elbows. Inhale, stretch them forward. You're working your back line here. And the way that your back muscles get activated are by rooting through your pubic bone. So it's not just pain, it's actually muscle working. Maybe lift your feet up. Maybe lift your feet up. The next time your arms go forward, stay there with them, hold them there, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, bring your elbows back. As you inhale and reach your arms forward, maybe you open your legs. Exhale, close your legs, pull your hands back. Inhale, open your legs, reach your arms forward. So you're coordinating the movement of your arms and your legs. This is really cool to do with little hand weights. If you ever have 2 or 3 pound weights kicking around. Let's go for 5, 4, you're breathing out through your mouth, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, rest your head, bend into your knees and just rock your knees from side to side. Good. Take your arms, reach your arms forward again. Lift your head up this time. You're looking towards the floor. And now can you lift your right arm and your left leg? Right arm and left leg lift up. Lower them back down. Lift your left arm and your left arm and your right leg. Opposite arm, opposite leg. You're lifting, releasing, alternating. Good. Keep going for 5. Getting into that deep back line of your glute. 3, 2, and 1. Lower your head down, wiggle your bum from side to side. Take a big breath in. And exhale, push your hands into the floor. Lift your body up. Lift your body up and right away get off of your leg. Take your leg, reach them out in front. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, coming deep into a forward fold. Take another breath in. Exhale here, easing out the tenderness in your spine. Good. Inhale, lift everything up. Open your legs wide. Open your legs wide. Open your arms wide. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, reach your right hand to your left leg. Your left hand will come back behind you. Inhale, come through center, other side. Left hand comes to your right leg, or right hand comes back behind you. 2 more like that, easing out the tension, all that subtle core work does to our body. And the next time you come back up through center, find your legs, bend your legs, cross your legs like you would in seated meditation. Take your left hand down to the floor. Ooh, big, deep stretch. Right arm reaches up alongside your right ear. Breathe here. Incredible. Lift all the way back up. Take it over to the other side. Perfect. Lift your arm back up. Take your shoulders, roll your shoulders around 3 times. You're slowing down the nervous system now before we transition to these deeper stretch shapes. Opposite direction. Perfect. Now we'll transition into yin. Amy, I know you need to hop to a meeting. This would be a good time. Oh, looks like she just already did. Soles of your feet come together. And the distance between your heels and your pelvis can be as wide as you'd like. If you have props, this is where they start to come in handy. So in yin poses, we're completely relaxing down. You'll fold your weight forward, and you're either dangling here in space, starting to close the front of your heart. But if that hurts your head or your neck, you could use a bolster or a block under your forehead. Now, once you get into this place, start with breath. So take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, let everything go. Stay here. Stay here and start to relax your muscles. It feels counterintuitive, but you'll start to relax the muscles of your body, especially your inner groin, the area that we're working, and your back. The part of you that wants to pull and go deeper, we're going to ask it to calm down and just trust that over time in these yin shapes, our tissues will naturally open up more space for us to go deeper, and there's no pulling or hauling ourselves forward necessary. Can you start to notice your breath? Notice the length of your inhales and your exhales. Notice the temperature of the air that you breathe in. Soften a little more as you start to notice how the breath moves your physical body. With your hyper awareness of your breath now, take 3 more inhales and 3 more exhales. Gradually tuck your chin into your chest. Start to unravel, coming upright. Pause when you get there so your blood pressure can stabilize. Place the soles of your feet on the floor. Hands come behind you. Just rock your knees from side to side. Scoot your bum towards the top of your yoga mat if you're not already there. And place your soles of your feet together again. This time it's just to get us into our next shape. So we're coming towards pigeon pose. Lean your hips over to the left. And phase 1 is this variation. So you have a bit of a 90-90 shape of your legs. You may as well try it. Sink down and just observe the sensations in your joints, your hips, your knees, your ankles. And then notice what's happening in your outer left hip, because this pose is designed to stress your outer left hip. So that's the first variation. Second variation is full pigeon. Stretch your right leg back and sink down either onto your hands or onto a prop. And in this variation, you could tuck a block under your left hip, maybe a blanket under your knees. Once you've figured out where to go, take a big breath in. Exhale, get soft, sinking down towards your mat. And set a discipline of stillness here. Can you stay completely still in this deep hip flexor stretch? We'll be here for a total of 3 minutes, just 2 to go. And I'll leave you with some quiet time for the rest of this shape. Keep melting into the shape as you take 5 final breaths. Ease your body back out after that 5th exhale, finding a really slow downward dog or a cat-cow just to unravel your body before taking the left leg forward and settling into your hip stretch on the other side. That would be your right leg. Right leg comes forward this side, sorry. Right leg forward. And you're either in that 90-90 shape or traditional pigeon pose. Give yourself those first few moments to wiggle and jiggle everything around. See if you can find the best version of it for your body. Then it's complete surrender of breath, of muscular energy, of effort. 2 more minutes here in silence. Keep softening. Please take 5 more breaths. Slowly, slowly inch yourself away from the floor. This time, just lean your weight onto your right hip. Send your left leg forward and find your prop. So if you have 2 blocks, you could use 2 blocks. If you have a bolster, you could use a bolster. And if you don't have any of that, roll up your yoga mat so it's like a bolster. Stick it behind your back and come down onto your back. The goal here is to have some sort of opening and extension through the heart and the chest. If you're on a bolster, you could extend your legs, bend your knees, or take the soles of your feet together. If you're using blocks for this variation, you would take 1 block under your shoulder blades, allowing your head to fall back onto a second block where I have my bolster or any type of elevated surface. And if you don't have any props and you're feeling stressed out about this, just lie down in Shavasana. But this is our final shape today, taking a deep heart opener to start waking up or breaking up some blockages in and around our throat and heart energy line. When this part of our body's off balance, we often feel closed to love energetically and emotionally. And then we succumb to coughs and colds, chest pain, heart pain, physically. So as you breathe in here, can you breathe in an openness to giving and receiving love? And can you breathe out any resentment, hatred, or distrust? Breathing in love and breathing out hatred, resentment, and distrust. Soften for a few minutes of silence here. Start to deepen your breath, swallowing up an inhale that lasts for about 5 seconds. And elongating your exhale for about 6 seconds. Try that 3 times. Before moving, think about how you're going to move. And just move your fingers and your toes to start. Gradually, you'll find your way up to seated, maybe bending at your knees, pressing through your hands to come up, but maybe just rolling over to the side. And give yourself a few moments when you get to seated to move your body, your limbs are right. And then take your hands to your heart center. There's always a moment for intention or prayer, a gentle asking for something that you need or maybe need to let go of. Take that moment now. Closing with a deep breath in and a big breath out. Namaste.